Hey, Restoration. It's Ryan coming from my basement bunker. And I just had a number of announcement type things, encouragements for you as we keep cranking through this pandemic. The first thing is I just want to make sure you are all aware that our church is wanting to respond not only to the needs of people outside our church, but by the needs of people inside as well. And our community wants to kind of stick together, encourage each other, jump in financially if we need to. And fortunately, we've been able to do that. We were actually started to help some folks financially this week. And so many of you have given to the Acts 4 category on our Planning Center page. So if you want to continue to give to that, that would be phenomenal, because I'm anticipating more and more needs going forward as we move along. So the other thing is I want to make sure that you all know that if you need help, we've created a really easy way and a platform for you to do that. So if you're running into the end of your finances and things are getting tough, one of the hardest things for people to do, especially in our culture, is to reach out for help. And there's so much in that with identity and just our work ethics and things like that. So I want to encourage you, if that's something you're facing, go to our website, restorationcolorado.org, click on the I Need Help button, and let us know. I also wanted to say a couple words about the stimulus. For many of us, stimulus checks have been arriving or are going to be coming. For some of us that are able to still work and we still have employment, these checks present a little bit of a dilemma, in the sense of what do I do with that? Do I just go spend it and drive things into the economy? Or do I save it? Do I tuck it away for a rainy day? What if we had a different mindset as followers of Jesus, and maybe looked at this stimulus as a way to stimulate the kingdom and do some amazing things with it? I've been collaborating with a number of pastors, some in the area, some in other parts of the country, and there is a genuine movement to do something with our stimulus checks. Now, if you are in a place where you need the stimulus, don't feel any guilt or shame in that. I think that's really important. But if you are in a place where life, as far as your work, hasn't changed too much, and you want to do something with that, I want to encourage you to think about a percentage, maybe 50%, 100% of your stimulus, moving that into the needs of others. It may be people that you know, and you can do that directly, or you might need help. You might need a venue to do that, and you're welcome to do that through us. And we have been developing some needs connections in our community as well. So I want to encourage you to think about your stimulus check, and that we might be funnels and not bowls, meaning that could just come through us to people in need and people in our community, and not something that we necessarily hoard and put towards something that we may not need. And so this is just an incredible time. I hope that we can look back as followers of Jesus in America and see the impact of pushing our stimulus money down the road to other people. And I just dropped something, so this is just going to be great. So I add a couple other things I wanted to let you know about. One, Denver Rescue Mission. Many of you have signed up to help with the Denver Rescue Mission. And I just want to give you a little brief understanding of what that looks like. Basically, we're going to be doing one shift throughout the day. There are 3 shifts available every day: breakfast, lunch, and dinner. For instance, the dinner shift is from 4:30 to 6:30. And what they're looking for is volunteers to come and serve meals. And if you have a mask, and that would be great, bring your own, then we don't have to dip into theirs. But they will have masks for us, gloves, the whole thing. And basically, we're going to be in a food line, and we're going to be serving meals to the homeless, who the city and the state have been working hard to gather together, not only just to provide meals and shelter, but to also provide medical screenings and COVID testing. Those who test positive for COVID or show symptoms are actually not at the Denver Coliseum. They're going to be in hotel rooms around the city, being cared for by the National Guard. And so, but they are looking for volunteers. In fact, they're desperate for volunteers. So we are coordinating that through our church as well. And you can also give money to towels and bedding through the Denver Rescue Mission. You can do that through us as well. So if you email me at ryan@restorationcolorado.org, I will get you in touch with the team that's going to be a part of serving meals at the Denver Rescue Mission. A couple other things we wanted to let you know. The leadership team is still moving forward on our desire to begin a student ministry. And with that comes some unique opportunities for us as a church in regards to budget. Starting a student ministry takes leadership, and it takes programming, and it takes just contact work funds, meaning getting together when we can with kids and doing some events and things like that. And so we've put together what we need to make that happen. And it's going to take not only a realignment of our budget, but it's also going to take us as a church really being faithful in our giving. And so we would like to begin putting the pieces together in May and June, so that by fall we have a functioning, dynamic group of volunteers and leaders ready to just love on junior hires and high school kids all throughout the Arvada area. And so just wanted to keep you posted that is on its way. And then last but not least, we got a lot of feedback from everybody on how we're doing Sunday mornings, and we've done it so many different ways. I've pre-recorded a sermon, we've done Instagram worship, we've done a Zoom call this last Sunday for Easter. We did it all live on YouTube. And so our hope going forward, at least for this Sunday, is what we're going to do is we're going to do live YouTube again, but immediately following the YouTube church service, we are going to gather on Zoom. And so there's going to be there's going to be two links you're going to get. You're going to get a link for the YouTube live streaming, and you're going to get a link for the Zoom Hangout. And in the Zoom Hangout, we're going to potentially have some questions. We're going to have some chatter back and forth. You're going to be able to shoot in some thoughts our way, and we can answer, and talking about the teaching and just everything. So we would love for you to be a part of both, and we're going to see how that goes this Sunday. So church, I just want to encourage you. This is insane. This is a crazy time, and I want you to keep trusting, and I want you to keep serving each other, and I want you to keep seeking. I want to encourage you to keep reaching out to each other and encouraging each other in that way. And there's so many people. My prayer is that you would be paying attention and listening to the Spirit. As Spirit brings people up to you. Maybe there are people in our church. Maybe there are people outside of your church. But my guess is that the Spirit is working in those conversations that we have in our heads, those people that come to mind. They're not coming to mind by chance. They're coming to mind potentially because the Spirit is asking us to reach out and encourage and check on and keep looking for ways to serve and be generous. That's going to be the thing that marks the church in this time. If we just stay holed up and hoard it up, we're going to emerge out of this probably with the same kind of mindset. And my hope is that we emerge out of this completely changed, that there is a new way forward not only for us as a church, but for the church universal. And so hang in there. We're praying for you, and we will see you on Sunday morning.